How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach Hicks, your resident film nerd of HorseshoeHuddle.com, and of course, your favorite co-host over at the Locked On Colts podcast. We are back with yet another film breakdown here for the channel, and we're going to be talking about this Indianapolis Colts game against the Houston Texans. In particular, one player. Now, there are a lot of things we can take away from this game, how the Colts weren't able to get it finished, how they're in this recent skid that could define their season. But one of my biggest, big picture takeaways from this one, and it's been a growing take throughout the year, is that the Colts under no circumstance can let Alec Pierce walk in the offseason. He currently leads the Colts team in receiving yards with 689 yards receiving, despite being fifth on the team in receptions with only 33. He had another fantastic showing on Sunday, including a big-time touchdown catch that you guys just saw here in the video, and a couple massive receptions over the middle of the field. And yeah, this guy has just gotten better and better each and every season in his career, and the Colts just can't let a guy like this walk. He has been phenomenal for the team this year, and he really showed out in what was essentially a playoff game for the Colts, in a game where they only put up 16 points. I shudder to think of what the total would have looked like if it wasn't for his performance out there. So we're going to dive into a couple of these clips, talk about his dominant performance, and just how much better as a receiver that he's gotten. So right here, the Colts are working a nice little zone beater, a little two-man route concept. I loved when they called these on Sunday because the Texans have such a good secondary and a good pass rush. Giving Daniel Jones that time against these zone coverage looks really was beneficial, but Pierce does a really great job of finding that space in the zone, sitting down at that third level of the defense, getting that space and making a nice, calm catch. He has really developed into one of the better zone-beating receivers in the league. Maybe he's not this superstar beating man coverage with his twitch and his explosiveness, but very, very great zone-beating receiver that does a lot of great things in that regard. But honestly, the areas that he has improved the most in his career as an NFL player have been his release game and his hands. His hands are obviously out of this world. He can catch just about anything thrown his way, but his releases at the line of scrimmage, you're going to make so much money in the NFL if you can beat defenders off the line. And this is no slouch matchup right here against Kamari Lassiter. Kamari Lassiter is a very, very good outside corner, young outside corner for the Houston Texans. But Alec Pierce has this really, really nice like shimmy at the line of scrimmage that he uses to win to the outside against all corners. What he does is he'll take the one step forward, give that little shimmy, and then he'll just break outside. And he is so quick, so explosive, so fast with these that it's almost always an instant win. And Daniel Jones does a great job of recognizing that, putting this ball out to the back pylon and giving Pierce a chance to make this play. But look at how quick he wins this route against Kamari Lassiter. It's, again, right here. We get the little shimmy and then go. And he gets a corner to open up, back off his spot, and he's creating that instant separation. Daniel Jones sees him along the sideline, puts the ball in the perfect place, and Pierce does the rest with a great hands catch down the sideline. But his ability to win in press coverage and win on one-on-one has really led to me to believe in this very simple process of, if the Colts ever see no safety help over the top in a corner and press man against Alec Pierce, just throw a go ball to him. I don't care what beautiful play design you have. Just be simple with it. Throw these go balls to Alec Pierce, because there's no corner in the league that is stopping that this year. He's at least drawing a penalty in these situations, but in best case, he's getting a touchdown and then walking all over the corner like that. This was probably the catch of the game for Alec Pierce, just his ability to climb the ladder, where we got him working this deep dig. I really like how he's able to throttle down and work across the field here, but look at the hands at the point of attack here. Look at the hands. Gets down the field, and he's getting up there for this ball. This is like a 40-inch vertical, catching this above his frame here. This is just going up and getting it, looking like a basketball player on the football field, and does a great job of holding it down throughout the contact, and does a great job of converting that first down. And then his final catch of the day was this really beautiful dagger concept the Colts ran to get him free over the middle. Again, he's just getting so much better at his ability to work down the field and work in zone coverage. So we're getting this little dagger concept here, and he's just able to find that space, get his head back to the quarterback, and make that impressive catch over the middle of the field. So yeah, Alec Pierce has played some really great football this year, and you guys know me. If you guys have followed my work for a long time, Alec Pierce has always been a personal favorite of mine. I talked to him for an article for Horseshoe Huddle in the past, talked to him a couple times actually. Really cool dude, but Yeah, this has always been one of my favorite players on the Colts. He's a guy who was the number one Bill to Ballard wide receiver in the history of the series. The Colts drafted him. It was a huge win for a lot of my work. But I never envisioned him becoming this level of receiver that he's been this year. Like, if the Colts had a more potent, like, go after Alec Pierce more often type of passing attack, he would easily break 1,000 yards this season. He still might break 1,000 yards, even with him being the fifth option in the passing game in a lot of weeks, because of his ability to make these plays, have these great hands catches, win at the line of scrimmage, and win against zone coverage. So I don't care really what it costs this offseason for the Colts. I don't care who they have to get rid of. I mean, aside from Daniel Jones, they have to bring him back. But aside from those two, like, I don't care what it costs to get this guy back. Alec Pierce needs to be in the Colts' long-term future no matter what. He has played great football. He's gotten better each and every season, and he's ascending to be a true number one wide receiver in the league, and the Colts are seeing that each and every Sunday. So, yeah, the Colts need to do whatever they can to make sure Alec Pierce does not leave this offseason. I believe they've already decided internally that they're not going to let him walk, so I'm not saying this to, like, out of concern, but Alec Pierce, man, he has been phenomenal, and I hope the rest of the team can take some advice from him going forward as they get out of this little skid, because if the Colts had 53 players playing like Alec Pierce right now, they'd be undefeated and rolling into the playoffs. But yeah, Alec Pierce has played some great football. I thought he was one of the best players on the field on Sunday, and he certainly did enough for the Colts to get the win. Unfortunately, it just came up a little bit short, but Pierce has been great. The Colts can certainly not afford to lose him this offseason.